Lucknow is the capital city of the state of Uttar Pradesh, India, a major metropolitan city of India. Lucknow is the administrative headquarters of the eponymous district and division. It is the second largest city in north, east and central India after Delhi. Lucknow has always been known as a multicultural city that flourished as a North Indian cultural and artistic hub and seat of Nawab power in the 18th and 19th centuries. It continues to be an important center of government, education, commerce, aerospace, finance, pharmaceuticals, technology, design, culture, tourism, music and poetry. The city stands at an elevation of approximately 123 meters above sea level and covers an area of 2,528 square kilometers. Bounded on the east by the Barabanki district, on the west by Unnao district, on the south by Raebareli and in the north by Sitapur and Hardwar. Lucknow sits on the northwestern shore of the Gomti River. Hindi is the main language of the city and Urdu is also widely spoken. Lucknow is the center of Shia Islam in India with highest Shia Muslims population in India. It is accessible from every part of India by air, rail and road. Historically, the capital of Awadh was controlled by the Delhi Sultanate under Mughal rule. It was later transferred to the Nawabs of Awadh. In 1856, British East India Company abolished local rule and took complete control of the city and the Awadh and later transferred to the British Raj. In 1857, along with the rest of India, Lucknow became independent from Britain on 15 August 1947. It is the world's 74th fastest growing city. Lucknow, along with Agra and Varanasi, is one of the three cities in the Uttar Pradesh Heritage Arc, which is a chain of survey triangulations created by the government of Uttar Pradesh to boost tourism in the state. Origin of name: Lucknow is the anglicized speaking of the local pronunciation, Lakhna'ū. According to one legend, the city is named after Lakshmana, a hero of the ancient Hindu epic Ramayana. The legend states that Lakshmana had a palace or an estate in the area, which was called Lakshmanapuri. The settlement came to be known as Lakhanpur by the 11th century, and later, Lucknow. A similar theory states that the city was known as Lakshmanavati, after Lakshmana. The name changed to Lakhanavati, then Lakhna'ū, and finally Lucknow. Yet another theory states that the city's name is connected with Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of wealth. It was originally known as Lakshmanavati. Over time, the name changed as follows: Laxmanauta to Lakhna'ū to Lakshnaut greater than Lakshnauta to Lakhna'ū. History: from 1350 onwards, Lucknow and parts of the Awadh region were ruled by the Delhi Sultanate, Shaki Sultanate, Mughal Empire, Nawabs of Awadh, the British East India Company and the British Raj. Lucknow was one of the major centres of the Indian Rebellion of 1857 and actively participated in India's independence movement, emerging as a strategically important North Indian city. Until 1719, the Suba of Awadh was a province of the Mughal Empire administered by a governor appointed by the emperor. Persian adventurer Sadiq Khan, also known as Burhan-ul-Mulk, was appointed Nizam of Awadh in 1722 and established his court in Faizhaider, near Lucknow. For about 84 years, Awadh was part of the Shaki Sultanate of Jaunpur. Emperor Humayun made it a part of the Mughal Empire around 1555. Emperor Jahangir granted an estate in Awadh to a favoured nobleman, Sheikh Abdul Rahim, who later built Makshi Barwin on this estate. It later became the seat of power from where his descendants, the Sheikhzadas, controlled the region. The Nawabs of Lucknow, in reality the Nawabs of Awadh, acquired the name after the reign of the third Nawab when Lucknow became their capital. The city became North India's cultural capital, and its Nawabs, best remembered for their refined and extravagant lifestyles, were patrons of the arts. Under their dominion, music and dance flourished, and construction of numerous monuments took place. Of the monuments standing today, the Bara-i Mambara, the Chota-i Mambara, and the Rumi Darwaza are notable examples. One of the Nawab's enduring legacies is the region's syncretic Hindu-Muslim culture that has come to be known as the Ganga-Jamuni Tehzeeb. Many independent kingdoms, such as Awadh, were established as the Mughal Empire disintegrated. The third Nawab, Shuja-ud-Daulah, fell out with the British after aiding the fugitive Nawab of Bengal, Mir Qasim. Roundly defeated at the Battle of Buxar by the EIC, he was forced to pay heavy penalties and surrender parts of his territory. Awadh's capital, Lucknow, rose to prominence when Asaf-ud-Daulah, the fourth Nawab, shifted his court to the city from Faizabad in 1775. The British East India Company appointed a resident in 1773 and by early 19th century gained control of more territory and authority in the state. They were, however, disinclined to capture Awadh outright and come face to face with the Maratha Empire and the remnants of the Mughal Empire. In 1798, the fifth Nawab Wazir Ali Khan alienated both his people and the British, and was forced to abdicate. The British then helped Saadat Ali Khan take the throne. He became a puppet king, and in a treaty of 1801, yielded large part of Awadh to the EIC while also agreeing to disband his own troops in favour of a hugely expensive British-controlled army. This treaty effectively made the state of Awadh a vassal of the EIC, although it continued to be part of the Mughal Empire in name until 1819. The Treaty of 1801 proved a beneficial arrangement for the EIC as they gained access to Awadh's vast treasuries, repeatedly digging into them for loans at reduced rates. In addition, the revenues from running Awadh's armed forces brought them useful returns while the territory acted as a buffer state. The Nawabs were ceremonial kings, busy with pomp and show. By the mid-19th century, however, the British had grown impatient with the arrangement and demanded direct control over Awadh. In 1856 the EIC first moved its troops to the border, then annexed the state under the doctrine of lapse. Awadh was placed under a chief commissioner, Sir Henry Lawrence. Wajid Ali Shah, the then Nawab, was imprisoned then exiled by the EIC to Calcutta. In the subsequent Indian Rebellion of 1857, his 14-year-old son Burgess Qadra, whose mother was Begum Hazrat Mahal, was crowned ruler, but later killed by Sir Henry Lawrence. Following the rebellion's defeat, Begum Hazrat Mahal and other rebel leaders sought asylum in Nepal. During the rebellion, the majority of the EIC's troops were recruited from both the people and nobility of Awadh. The rebels seized control of the state, and it took the British 18 months to reconquer the region. During that period, the garrison based at the Residency in Lucknow was besieged by rebel forces during the Siege of Lucknow. The siege was relieved first by forces under the command of Sir Henry Havelock and Sir James Outram, followed by a stronger force under Sir Colin Campbell. Today, the ruins of the Residency and the Shaheed Smarak offer an insight into Lucknow's role in the events of 1857. With the rebellion over, Oudh returned to British governance under a chief commissioner. In 1877 the offices of Lieutenant Governor of the Northwestern Provinces and Chief Commissioner of Oudh were combined. Then in 1902, the title of Chief Commissioner was dropped with the formation of the United Provinces of Agra and Oudh. Although Oudh still retained some marks of its former independence, the Khilafat movement had an active base of support in Lucknow, creating united opposition to British rule. In 1901, after remaining the capital of Oudh since 1775, Lucknow, with a population of 264,049, was merged into the newly formed United Provinces of Agra and Oudh. In 1920, the provincial seat of government moved from Allahabad to Lucknow. Upon Indian independence in 1947, the United Provinces were reorganized into the state of Uttar Pradesh, and Lucknow remained its capital. Culturally, Lucknow has also had a tradition of courtesans, with popular culture distilling it in the avatar of the fictional Amar Jan. Geography and climate. The Gomti River, Lucknow's chief geographical feature, meanders through the city and divides it into the Trans-Gomti and Cis-Gomti regions. Situated in the middle of the Indus-Gangetic Plain, the city is surrounded by rural towns and villages. The orchard town of Maliabad, Kakori, Mohanlalganj, Gosainganj, Chinhat, and Aitonia. To the east lies Barabanki district, to the west Lakhna'ū district, to the south Raebareli district, while to the north lie the Sitapur and Hardwar districts. Lucknow city is located in a seismic zone 3. Lucknow has a humid subtropical climate with cool, dry winters from mid-November to February and dry, hot summers from late March to June. The rainy season is from July to mid-September, when the city gets an average rainfall of 896.2 mm from the southwest monsoon winds, and occasionally frontal rainfall will occur in January. In winter the maximum temperature is around 25 degrees Celsius and the minimum is in the 3 degrees Celsius to 7 degrees Celsius range. Fog is quite common from mid-December to late January. Occasionally, Lucknow experiences colder winter spells than places like Shimla and Mussoorie, which are situated way high up in the Himalayas. In the extraordinary winter cold spell of 2012-13, Lucknow recorded temperatures below freezing point on 2 consecutive days and the minimum temperature hovered around freezing point for over a week. Summers are extremely hot with temperatures rising into the 40 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius range, the average highs being in the high of 30s. Flora and fauna. Lucknow has a total of only 4.66% of forest, which is much less than the state average of around 7%. Shisham, dhak, mahuam, babul, neem, peepal, ashik, khaja, mango and gula trees are all grown here. Different varieties of mangoes, especially dashari, are grown in the Maliabad block of the district for export. The main crops are wheat, paddy, sugarcane, mustard, potatoes, and vegetables such as cauliflower, cabbage, tomato, and brinjals. Similarly, sunflowers, roses, and marigolds are cultivated over a fairly extensive area. Many medicinal and herbal plants are also grown here, while common Indian monkeys are found in patches in and around city forests such as Musa Bagh. The Lucknow Zoo, one of the oldest in the country, was established in 1921. It houses a rich collection of animals from Asia and other continents. The city also has a botanical garden, which is a zone of wide plant diversity. It also houses the Uttar Pradesh State Museum. It has sculptural masterpieces dating back to the 3rd century AD, including intricately carved Mathura sculptures ranging from dancing girls to scenes from the life of Buddha. Economy. The major industries in the Lucknow urban agglomeration include aeronautics, machine tools, distillery chemicals, furniture and Shakhan embroidery. Lucknow is among the top 15 cities of India by GDP. Lucknow is also a major centre for research and development as home to the prominent R&D centres of the National Milk Grid of the National Dairy Development Board, the Central Institute of Medical and Aromatic Plants, the National Handloom Development Corporation and UP Export Corporation. Ranked 6th in a list of the 10 fastest-growing job-creating cities in India according to a study conducted by Association Placement Pattern. Lucknow's economy was formerly based on the tertiary sector and the majority of the workforce were employed as government servants. Large-scale industrial establishments are few compared to other North Indian state capitals like New Delhi. The economy is growing with contributions from the fields of IT, manufacturing and processing and medical, biotechnology. Business promoting institutions such as the CII and EDIA have set up their service centers in the city. Lucknow is a growing IT hub with software and IT companies resident in the city. Tata Consultancy Services is one of the major companies with its campus in Gomti Nagar, which also is the second largest such establishment in Uttar Pradesh. There are many local open-source technology companies. The city is also home to a number of important national and state-level headquarters for companies including Sony Corporation and Reliance Retail. A sprawling 100 acres IT city is planned by the state government at the Chatganjaria farm site on the road to Sultanpur, and they have already approved special economic zone status for the project, which is expected to create thousands of job opportunities in the state. The city has enormous potential in the handicrafts sector and accounts for 60% of total exports from the state. Major export items are marble products, handicrafts, art pieces, gems, jewelry, textiles, electronics, software products, computers, hardware products, apparel, brass products, silk, leather goods, glass items and chemicals. Lucknow has promoted public-private partnerships in a major way in sectors such as electricity supply, roads, expressways, and educational ventures. To promote the textile industry in the city, the Indian government has allocated Rs. 200 crore to set up a textile business cluster in the city. Government and politics. As the seat of the government of Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow is the site of the Uttar Pradesh Vidhan Sabha, the Allahabad High Court and numerous government departments and agencies. Since the 1st of May 1963, Lucknow has been the headquarters of the Central Command of the Indian Army, before which it was the headquarters of Eastern Command. The city spans an area stretching from the Mohanlalganj in the south to Bakshi-Ka Talab in the north and Kakori in the east. Lucknow urban agglomeration includes Lucknow Municipal Corporation and Lucknow Cantonment, with executive power vested in the Municipal Commissioner of Lucknow, who is an administrative officer. The corporation comprises elected members with the city mayor as its head. An assistant municipal commissioner oversees each ward for administrative purposes. The city elects members to the Lok Sabha as well as the Uttar Pradesh Vidhan Sabha. As of 2008 update, there were 110 wards in the city. Morphologically, 3 clear demarcations exist. The Central Business District, which is a fully built-up area, comprises Hazratganj, Aminabad and Chowk. A middle zone surrounds the inner zone with cement houses while the outer zone consists of slums. Lucknow has 2 Lok Sabha constituencies, Lucknow and Mohanlalganj, and 9 Vidhan Sabha constituencies. The Chief Minister of the state for the 2012 update Vidhan Sabha is Shri Akhilesh Yadav. Lucknow falls under the jurisdiction of a district collector, who is an IAS officer. Collectors are in charge of property records and revenue collection for the central government, and oversee the national elections held in the city. The collector is also responsible for maintaining law and order in the city. The police is headed by a senior superintendent of police, who is an IPS officer, and comes under the authority of the State Home Ministry. Each of the several police zones and traffic police zones is headed by a Deputy Inspector General of Police. The Traffic Police is a semi-autonomous body under the Lucknow Police, while the Lucknow Fire Brigade Department is headed by the Chief Fire Officer, who is assisted by a Deputy Chief Fire Officers and Divisional Officers. Former Prime Minister A.B. Vajpayee was a Member of Parliament for the Lucknow parliamentary constituency until 2009, when he was replaced by Lalji Tandon. Rajnath Singh replaced Tandon in the Lok Sabha elections of 2014. The Commission of Railway Safety of India, under the Ministry of Civil Aviation, has its head office in the North East Railway compound in Lucknow. The Lucknow Police, a subsidiary of Uttar Pradesh Police, keeps the citizens under watch through high-technology control rooms, and all important streets and intersections are under surveillance with the help of drone cameras. Mob controlling is carried out with the help of pepper-spraying drones. The Lucknow Modern Police Control Room is India's biggest Dial 100 service centre with 300 communication offices to receive distress calls from all over the state and 200 dispatch officers to rush for police help. It is billed as the India's most high-tech police control room. An integrated Dial 100 control room building is also under construction, which when completed will be the world's biggest modern police emergency response system. Lucknow also houses a branch office of National Investigation Agency, which is responsible for combating terrorist activities in India. It oversees 5 states of Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh for Naxal and terrorist activities.